What is up, guys, and welcome to my new stream. How are you all doing? Thanks for checking me out. I am live for the first time, hopefully. This is my first time ever streaming, and I am streaming on 4 platforms at once. So please come and interact. Say hi to me. Look who it is. First comment on my stream ever, John. How you doing, mate? Yeah, so essentially, I decided I wanted to do a stream, being cooped up a bit. I figured I'd do something on a tri-weekly basis. So I'm going to be doing 3 streams: Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So normally Sundays I would be doing a songwriting session where I'll be teaching you how I basically approach songwriting and, you know, my sort of ways of doing it. And, you know, with that, I'll be showing you a lot of software I use, you know, and talking about gear and doing all that stuff. And generally my plan is to write a song with you guys on the internet. And you can basically, you know, you can throw ideas at me. You can literally throw riffs at me. You know, I may even put out drums so people can put in a riff if they feel like it. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna write something, and hopefully we can, you know, come out with something good. And once that's all done, I'm gonna release it as a charity single. I'm planning on doing these series for about 10 weeks, or this series at least for 10 weeks. So that gives us enough time to, you know, delve into everything. And I'll talk about everything from guitar recording to, you know, writing melodies and building structures and stuff, everything like that, and go really in depth. So that's what I'd normally do on Sundays. For today, I'm gonna just go through all of my, you know, all of the stuff that I'm gonna do. I've got a guest today helping me out for my first ever episode. I'd like you to say hello to my wonderful friend Giacomo. How you doing, Jack? Give him a second.
Nice.
How you doing, buddy? You okay?
Nice. Yes, everything's okay. What about you, Josh?
Good.
Excited for this new episode, new
venture. Yeah, I mean,
yes.
I guess so. I mean, it seems to be going fine so far. Giacomo's going to be checking all the chats from all of the broadcasts that I'm doing, and, you know, he'll essentially throw questions at me when they come in. So yeah, just say hi to him if you got any questions, any comments, if you want to give me abuse or anything like that, just throw it Giacomo's way, and you know, he'll be sure to tell me what's what.
I am opening. I have opened Twitch, so but I will be checking both Twitch and Facebook. So I mean,
that's perfect.
Yes.
Yeah. So what have you been up to anyway, Giacomo?
Yeah, just practicing and actually recording the new Bloodshot Dawn bass lines.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
I mean, perfecting something here and there, and doing some production practice, and we'll be releasing some videos, some new content soon, hopefully. I mean,
Great.
Next week, some covers, some remixes.
Yeah, I mean,
and,
what about my album that you just recently recorded as well? You're not gonna mention that one.
Yeah. It will be also a playthrough of the new Forlorn World stuff. And,
yeah, hell yeah.
Very, very exciting. I mean, this moment led to us in a very kind of weird creative way, because a lot of musicians are experiencing this, are facing this moment with the best of the ways, by creating content, creating new music, creating new things like this. For example,
yeah, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's we got to take the positives with the negatives, you know. So doing stuff like this, hopefully people can find a bit of enjoyment out of it, and take their mind off things for a bit. That's certainly why I'm delving into it, and I've tried to learn how to do all this broadcasting stuff. But so I mean, I think I'm gonna play a song, perhaps.
Yeah. Go for it.
Try and show people what's what on that. All right, so let's go back to my main view. All right, so I've worked on making sure the guitar sounds fairly decent. If it doesn't sound good, or if anyone has any tips on streaming guitar sounds, feel free to hit me up. But I'm gonna play you a Bloodshot song now from the Demons album. Hopefully it goes well. This song is called Black Hole Infinity. Alrighty, that was Black Hole Affinity from the album Demons. If you want to pick that up, you can from our web store, www.bloodshotdawn.bigcartel.com. This is actually the design I'm using for my sort of background of my stream. So if you want to see it, there's the t-shirt there. But yeah, just send me a message or tell me how it's sounding, tell me how it looks. I'm really need your interaction, need your feedback. I'm gonna go back to Giacomo now and see if there's any questions. Whoa, Giacomo's huge all of a sudden.
I've actually didn't read any question.
Giacomo changed his. It looks like he changed his output. So suddenly he was huge, but now he looks a lot better. So,
okay.
No questions yet.
Not yet. I mean,
anyone got any questions whilst I'm here? This is like an interactive Q&A the whole time. So happy to chat. See if anyone wants to throw something out there on Twitch, maybe.
Twitch, it's
we got a long time no speak from John Ibanez 2405. Yo, what's up, buddy? We got a face. It's really small, so it's hard to see any detail on that. Awesome. So yeah, so I mean
the quality was very great, by the way. I was watching the stream on Facebook before, so I mean the quality, the transition were awesome. So great job, mate.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah.
What's up, Shojin? So my signal chain's pretty complicated, but I mean, I know this is a bit of a cop out and a bit of a plug, but if you watch on Wednesdays is when I'm going to be talking about gear, talking about like Bloodshot riffs and like death metal and just, you know, touring stuff, and that's when I'm going to really go in depth with my chain. But in a nutshell, I'm basically using going direct input. I'm using a cab loader with a Mua preamp, a 1433, and a Direwolf high wind Direwolf. Sorry, I'm also using the 14 Zool for noise suppression, and to be honest, a bunch of other stuff to make it sound the way it does. But no, I'm glad it's sounding killer. Any advice on it to make it sound better? If anyone's got it, then just throw it at me. The Zool is a real good noise gate. The Zool is the only noise gate in my opinion. Giacomo won't agree with me because he actually doesn't have a Zool at the moment.
No, but I mean, I want to add that the chain that Josh is using right now for the streams is pretty much what he's using live.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
You're experiencing the live tone on stream right now.
It's exactly the same as my live rig, pretty much. The only difference is I had to adjust the parameters, obviously, because it's, you know, it sounds a bit different coming out of a PA than coming through an interface. But I mean, it's pretty similar, really. It's just a bit dull. It's a bit dulled back, honestly. Like I'd normally put out probably a bit more gain. But yeah, I mean, I can play a bit now that you can hear it. Like, yeah, I mean, it sounds really decent. And I've got like the solo boost as well, like. So yes,
Josh, we've got some questions. I mean,
on
Tom
Facebook.
McMorran,
Go
on Facebook.
Yeah.
Tom McMorran, I assume he's your brother, asks who made the caricature of you.
Oh, the caricature that was actually designed by a really great artist who. She actually has been working with Flesh God Apocalypse a lot on their stream. She drew me during the tour that we did with Flesh God, which I actually got this from. Her name's Stabby Abby. Stabby Abby's art is what her name is. I also want to say, talking of artists, the photo at the beginning, if you were here at the beginning, was done by Summon Fire Photography, who she's a fantastic talent. She's actually an award-winning photography. Oh, yes, Ric Flair on the screen. See, if you come and follow me on Twitch, Ric Flair shouts at me during my stream. I mean, that if that isn't incentive to sign up to Twitch, and oh, there you go. Oh, it's all coming in now. I'm getting inundated. Yeah, Shojin just told me that I have no amp sound, so I'm just going to quickly add that. This is like teething problems, but you should be able to hear it now. What's up, Vinmo?
Shane from Operation on Facebook asks, what more preamp are you using?
I am using the Kali Dual preamp, which I believe is the 008. I could be wrong though, but it's the Kali Dual one. It's like a messer. Like you can kind of hear that. It's kind of, there you go. There's another follow, Ric Flair. Woo! With a tear in my eye. And
followers are popping out left and right.
Is there any more questions on Facebook, Jack? Before
no.
All right, cool.
So.
All right, well, thank you for all the interactions. I think I'm going to move on to another segment of mine now. So we'll see you back in a minute, Giacomo. Thank you for helping out. Alrighty. So I put the guitar down. It's like, what's up, Aaron? How you doing? Oh yeah, Giacomo's moustache is, I mean, I'd say mine is fairly impressive, but that's a whole nother level. That's like God tier right there. Oh, my camera's on my crotch. That's probably not a good idea. How about that? Yeah, there we go. Now you got a different angle of my face. And I can go, what's up, guys? Although my voice probably cut out quite a bit then. But yeah, so I mean, I hope when's the Q&A with Simba? A different kind of stream. True that. I mean, whatever pays the bills, bro. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, I mean, so far I'm having a good time. I hope everyone's enjoying what they're seeing. Like I say, that today's a bit different. I'm going to be more focused with my shows when it comes to Wednesday, when my first episode. Morgan's going to be coming on to that one. The Wednesday shows, I'm going to try and have the Bloodshot guys on it fairly often, because I mean that's going to be more focused around my career and what I do personally and what I like to play, and you know, just stories and stuff like that. So it's always good to have other band members around for stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, this is my first time presenting, so if I keep saying and stuff like that, then you know, it's something that I'm going to get through. And you know, I've got about like 31 episodes that I've committed myself to, so hopefully by the end of it I'll be a bit smoother on the microphone here. But yeah, so what I want to do next, I'm going to delve into another segment of mine. So pretty much for me, new bands coming through, and you know, unsigned bands has always been really important, because just for the longevity of the scene, really. You know, if a new band comes in and creates excitement, then it's just going to have a knock-on effect and help other bands you know, get out there more and stuff like that. So I wanted to dedicate some time to, you know, bands that people might not, you know, not necessarily completely underground bands, you know, bands that might have a bit of a reputation and might even be already touring, but just not hugely widely known. I want to feature some bands' new music when they release it, and pretty much react to it. Give it for fun. Give it like a review out of 10, and just be analytical from my perspective. The one thing I don't want is for people to be offended or for people to think that my opinions are gospel when I'm reviewing stuff, because it is all subjective. But I think it's fun to try and analyze stuff. So I think we're gonna slam into that now. Sorry if there's a bit of fumbling around on the computer as I switch, but we're getting through these teething problems. So this is from a band from Brighton. I'm gonna just start the song. They're called Woe Betide. I'm gonna chat a little bit whilst it's going, but I'm not gonna stop the song. So if you want to enjoy the song without me chatting over it, then just I'm going to put a link out after so you guys can check it out. But here we go. This song is called Throne of Spines. There is flashing lights, so if you're epileptic, now's not the best time to be looking at the screen. Start reminds me of Super Hands. We need more dread. Alrighty. Instantly killer production. I feel like I'm descending into some sort of hellish nightmare. I'm assuming that's what they're going for. Oh, different vocals. Randy Blythe vibes. Heavy. I mean, instantly this vocalist is being backed up, but still incredible range from both of the guys. A bit of a journey, isn't it? It's like brutal journey. One comment I will make is the black background video never fails. I think I've done it like 3 or 4 times already with Bloodshot. Oh, here we go. Charlie with the riffage. Oh. Let's do it. That scream sounds like someone let out a massive plug sync, like the biggest one in the world. Sick face paint work as well. I like it. Looks grim as anything. Again, the production is just pummeling on this. Big shout out to Sphinx Studios. One of my good friends, Winter, actually produced this. It's very talented, really great guy. Don't touch your face during this time, sorry, shouldn't have done that. Yeah, I mean, it's a really seamless song. It's really like, say, it's a death metal journey. Like the glitch work in the camera. Oh, here we go. This must be what the warning's for. Shut your eyes if you need to. Nice, it's like epic melodic death metal. This is exactly what I love. This guy's voice is ridiculous. I mean, relentless is the word. Oh, here we go. I mean, normally I'd hate screams over a solo, but that guy can do what he wants. As I say that, he starts singing in lo-fi. Wi-Fi. Winter's in my head with his production. All right. Wow. So, yeah, so the song was killer. What did you guys think? Is that something you'd check out? I know.
Josh?
Yeah.
Some guy on Facebook said to make the live stream public so it can be shareable.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that right now. Thank you, Jack.
Yeah, no problem.
It's great having Jack in a producer role here. Like, what do you think of that song, Jack? Whilst I'm making that public.
About the Warbetide song.
Yeah, what did you think of like the production and stuff before I delve into my opinion?
To be honest, because I was like checking the comments and I didn't play the live stream, and in my feed on Skype there wasn't the song. I didn't listen to the song, but I will be listening to the song, and I will be giving my feedback on production and songwriting and stuff like that. So.
You better be.
I'm sorry.
You better, Jack. Like, I just caught him out there. That's hilarious. But yeah, I've made it public on Facebook now. So if you want to share and share the wealth, then that would be.
The guys in Warbetide are very nice guys.
Wait, one second, Jack. Let's have you on the screen if you're talking. Oh, that's not the right screen. I'm going to get used to this. I'm sorry. This is all new to me. All right, here we go.
And yeah, I was saying that the Warbetide guys are a really great band, really nice guys. I remember we played together in one of the last tours in Brighton. So, I mean, they were a very great opener. So give those thumbs up and support the page and support what they are doing, because they are very great guys and are a very nice band.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, the first time I heard of them was I saw videos of Charlie, the lead guitarist. Full disclosure, guys, I have obviously seen the video before, and I know of the band, so I'm not going to pretend that that's the first time I've listened to it. But I mean, great live band. obviously good friends with Winter. Speak to him fairly regularly, so he keeps me updated on. He kept me updated on whilst they were recording and stuff, because I've been keenly interested. And yeah, they're releasing a new EP soon. I should have done a bit more research. I don't have the exact date. If any of the boys are watching, maybe they can fill everyone in on Twitch or on Facebook on the release date of that. But I actually also feature on a guest song of that, so I'll be sure to be plugging that when that gets released. So is everyone enjoying the stream so far? Let's chuck some comments in on Twitch and stuff and have a little chat. But I'm just going to finish my review of that song. So yeah, for me it was an 8 out of 10 song. It's quite a long song. Personally, I'm not a fan of really long songs, but it kept me interested. Giacomo, you need to stop changing your change back to what you just had it setting wise, because your picture.
No, I am keeping the same settings. I didn't change anything.
You did, because your picture shrunk on my screen, bro. Now it's got bigger again. Change it back. Stop.
No, it's like.
Stop doing this. I can't control.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah, you did.
I swear to. No.
I can't control you. I can't control you when I'm with you, let alone on a stream. And every time you press a button on your Skype, you seem to be getting bigger and smaller. You're making a mockery of this whole debacle. But anyway, I digress. Please, please go on.
Your brother says that just to let you know, guys, while you were playing the video, we could see Giacomo in the top right corner.
Oh, well, that's disappointing.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have to figure that out for the future, but maybe I can just shove him on the side of the screen. Like I say, this is this is new to me, so there's going to be some teething problems. But I hope everyone enjoys themselves, and just be sure to give me the feedback like that, so I can make sure that it doesn't happen on the regular. But yeah, thanks for all tuning in, guys. Like I say, I hope everyone's having a good time. Yeah, so I'm going to go back anyway to my review of the song. Giacomo keeps interrupting me. I'm going to go back to my main music screen so Giacomo disappears. Bye, Jack. Honestly, love Giacomo. What a guy. But yeah, so 8 out of 10 on the song. It's a long song, so like I was saying, I find it hard to keep my attention on long songs like that. But it felt like a bit of a journey for me, the whole production and the width of the mix with all the keyboards and stuff. So that's what really kept me in. My biggest issue with the song, I couldn't really put my finger on the chorus, and that's just a personal thing for me. I really like for there to. It doesn't necessarily have to be a full blown singing hook or whatever. Just something that if I think of the song, that's the big moment that springs to mind. I mean, the song was consistently great for me. That's why I gave it an 8 out of 10, even though I couldn't put my finger on the hook. The soloing as well, Charlie on guitar, as well as the vocals and the whole band. I'm not downplaying the rest of the band, but Charlie's a super talented guitar player. I aspire to be like him when I grow up. He's very, very, very talented. So yeah, go check those guys out. I'm gonna put their link up on screen now for a minute, and you can take that down. Go give them a like and support them, because, like I said, they've got a new EP coming out, and obviously it's not easy time for a new band without not being able to play shows. So this is part of why I'm doing the segment to try and give bands an extra little push, even if one or two people go over. It's for me, that's a mission accomplished. So yeah, I've got some more stuff to go through. What do you guys on Twitch think? Should I play another song? Do you want to hear another song? Maybe not. More songs. Alrighty. Well, I'm gonna play. I haven't got too many songs lined up for today because, like I said, this is all new to me. So I wasn't 100% sure how well it was going to go. So I didn't want to have too much stuff ready to do and it spend like 500 hours. Tim. I can't wait to talk about tour stories from when you were in the band. That's gonna be a fun evening, huh? Might have to get you on to explain yourself. He's acting like I don't remember his handles. Rest in peace, indeed. All right. In all seriousness, hi Tim, man. Hope you're doing well. It's been a while, dude. We should definitely hook up again at some point. This time I'm going to remember to remove the mic from in front of my face as well. So I'm going to play... it's a 2-part song. So I'm going to play both parts because it's my show and I can do what I want. This is DNA reacquisition and reanimation. All right, guys, that was 7 minutes of music. Not gonna lie, my hands are sweaty after that one. Give me some feedback, guys. How did it sound? Does it look good? Anything I should change? I'm currently having to change the cameras mid-song with, actually on the keyboard. I don't have a changer or anything like that, but I'm planning to get like a foot pedal or something. Nice. That's something I'd really love to do, actually. I'd really love to do a Dungeons and Dragons stream, because I think I had the concept in mind of doing like a Dungeons and Dragons with the Bloodshot artwork concepts. So I don't know, maybe that's something I could delve into. Maybe if I can find some other guys in metal bands that might be interested in getting into that. It could be a bit complicated, but we could probably water it down for this sort of purpose. Need to remember the crotch cam. So there we go. I have to drink some water because I'm parched from all this lighting blasting me in the face. So yeah, I mean, lay some comments out, guys. Ooh, woo! There's another follow. Thank you for that. Thank you, Ric Flair, for being Ric Flair, styling and profiling. So yeah, where was I? I always lose my train of thought when he woos across the screen. He's the GOAT. So,
Josh?
Yeah, what's up?
If you can hear me,
I can hear you.
There is Tom Landprune on Facebook that is saying, Josh, in Morgan's stream, I heard that you started Bloodshot Dawn 17 years ago. Could you ever imagine that Bloodshot Dawn would be so successful? And at the moment, did you realize that Bloodshot Dawn was really pushing forwards?
I came back to you, so you're on the screen when you talk. Okay. Tom, 17 years. I mean, I don't know, when I started it didn't. I mean, I had an aspiration to push it as far as I could. My inspiration as a 13, 14-year-old was Pantera home videos. I saw those dudes going out on tour and having like the greatest time of their lives, and it was a no-brainer for me. I was like, that's what I want to do with myself. I mean, at the time I wasn't even a musician. I was really into sports and stuff. I liked music, obviously. Everyone loves music. But when I saw that was like a life changer. I was like, well, maybe if I work hard, I'll get there. Oh, there you go. Thanks. 24th of May for the Woe Betide EP. Thank you very, very much. It's alien involvement, I'd say. But yeah,
maybe
go on, Jack. Why do you keep changing in size on my screen? That is infuriating.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's because
oh my goodness.
It's because my connection that transmit the codec in a very weird way, but I didn't change anything on my Skype, so I mean.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I mean,
maybe it's a connection glitch.
Yeah, no worries. I'll kill you later. It's fine. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, so back to Tom's question. Sorry, Tom. I'm getting sidetracked here. Yeah, so I don't know. I never thought. In my opinion, Bloodshot hasn't really peaked. We've worked really hard and stuff, but we're still really a baby band. And we're working harder than ever. To push and get further on. It's obviously a hard time in the industry for all bands to make it and stuff like that. But I will say that I'm not satisfied with where we've got, but I am also very proud of all the achievements that I've had in the last 17 years, and I've always done it for the right reasons in my view. I've never done it to be big. I've always done it as a sort of a therapy, and I love to entertain. I love to feed off the energy of other people, and that's one thing I really makes me love playing in Bloodshot, because it's a very energetic band, and it's very, it's like hard work to play, and it's just a nice release from all the stresses of the world. So I mean, I think that's probably the main reason I'm most sad about the lockdown, is not being able to play gigs. And I will say that I had a lot of fun playing the songs today, and I do hope to be able to get the vocals and stuff going. Yeah, so I do hope to get the vocals going on the stream soon. But it's a bit more complex because I'm quite a loud singer. I basically have to figure it out so that it delivers at a high quality. I could do it, but I don't want to. My aim is to deliver something that looks really great and sounds really great. So I just don't want to do it until the time is right. I mean, I could scream just into this, but again, it probably wouldn't sound that great. It would, I wouldn't be satisfied with it. But yeah, I mean, this is day one for me, so fingers crossed that I can, people might be able to give me tips and tricks on how I can make stuff like that happen. What's your favorite band? Oh yeah, Sonic Obliteration. That was an awesome show, that one. My favorite memory, I mean, it's really hard to put my finger on one, because especially with the amount of time I've been in the band, the eras, being around different people, different dynamics and stuff, it's a hard one. I'm not trying to be a cop out. I mean, recent memory, I'd say Bloodstock, the Thursday night when we opened Bloodstock. I mean, that was so incredible. Obviously, I'd experienced the main stage and playing the Sophie stage on the Thursday before, but to do it with James, Giacomo, and Morgan, and for them to get a chance to experience the awesomeness that is a packed festival experience, that just I feel like it helped create more unity between us, that we got to join in on that.
Yeah, I can confirm that festival was that night was mental, because I mean we played lots of great festivals during 2018, like Hellfest and also Techfest, but that night we were pretty much headlining the Thursday night. There was nothing around, so the tent was packed, and it was like probably the best show I have ever played.
It was
in my life.
It was superb, and the thing about Bloodstock is it's kind of like the hometown crowd. We've played it 4 times. In 2009 we came up through the Metal to the Masses scheme, and it's been a long journey since then. Obviously, like 11 years since that, and they put their stock in us all the way to letting us play on the main stage, and we hope to get back there at some point, because that was also a very great, a massive experience for me personally, like playing on the main stage. Very nerve-wracking to be trusted with that sort of opportunity, because this sort of thing doesn't come around for everyone, being realistic, and it was just something that I really enjoyed. So, and I would love to do it all over Europe and all over the world. That's kind of the aim, to perform and get that excitement and get that energy from the fans, and meet people, like-minded people from different cultures. That's why I do this. I've got some questions on the screen. Do I still keep in touch with Ben Ellis? I do, yes. Ben actually came to a show and met Giacomo and Morgan fairly recently, actually. So I think that was in October of last year. So, and
in London.
we still talk a bit. We at the moment we've been talking about trying to get the first 2 albums on Spotify and on digital platforms, because I know that's a regular question. That's probably my most frequently asked question. So we're basically working out our way to do that as soon as possible, pretty much. So yeah. Any more questions from Facebook there, Jack?
Nope.
Alrighty. So, well, what I want to do now then, Jack, is I'm going to go into the interview segment of the stream.
I am excited a little bit.
So, as well as co-hosting, what I'm doing is I'm getting my guests in to do this, what Giacomo's been doing, and I'm also going to delve into them personally as a musician, and do some questions, and I'll take some questions from you guys as well, or Giacomo will, unless you're on Twitch, and then I can read them out. But yeah, so alrighty, yeah, no worries. Just give me a minute to get my notes up. Did a bit of research on old Giacomo here. Yeah,
I'm not on Wikipedia still, so I mean, I'm not that famous.
Yeah, we're trying hard to get the old songs on Spotify. Obviously it was a lot of hard work, and it's a big part of the band's legacy, and it's not something that we want to hide. So as soon as the J's are dotted and the I's will be there. So Giacomo, right?
Yes.
Giacomo is in the band of Bloodshot Dawn with some idiot that's talking on the microphone right now. He's also in black metal band Dark End, and recently released his debut album for his solo project, The Rise of the Scolopendra. Is that the right?
Rise of the Scolopendra, yes.
That is the right pronunciation.
Yeah. Like a kind of recent inception of myself that I created, because
we'll delve more into that in a minute, Jack. I've got some questions for you, my friend. One of them involves talking about that. So let's not run before we can walk, shall we? All right, Jack. So why did you start being a musician, my brother?
I started playing bass in pretty much when Bloodshot Dawn started, because I got my first bass in 2003, actually. So
right,
I started playing
17 years ago.
Yes, with my first bands.
What compelled you to pick up the instrument? Actually, who inspired you? Was it?
Actually, I started to do probably I did tell you, but probably not. But
you're telling the world now. You're not telling me. So
when I was in middle school, I started playing the guitar. But at some point, I was a very big Queen fan.
Oh, me too, man. Queen was my bread and butter when I was playing Tomb Raider 2 on my PS1. And you know what I mean. I had the Greatest Hits Volume 1 on repeat for probably about 2 years. Unfortunately, you've gone small again, but I'm just going to let it be. So it might fluctuate big and small, but that's your problem, not mine. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's my connection that is the shittest one. It's pretty much remained the same from when I started playing bass, pretty much. Here we go. So, I was seeing John Deacon, that was of course Queen's bass player.
Absolutely,
and that
wrote some banging songs as well. That guy, definitely.
Yeah.
Another one bites the dust.
For example, one of the first bass lines that I've ever learned on bass, and I saw that he was playing like this, and I was like, can I play like this too on the guitar? So I pretty much started playing the classical guitar as it was a bass,
right.
And So that's how I began playing bass, by playing bass on the classic guitar, and starting listening to like Queen, and my father brought me into Led Zeppelin, Genesis, Pink Floyd,
Yes.
Emerson, Lake and Palmer, and all the 80s music like I mean Michael Jackson.
Oh yeah, I
and
mean
stuff like
Michael
that.
Jackson's like one of the most bass-driven musics of the
Yeah.
80s there. So
Yeah, then later, I mean, later on, I started, I mean, taking the thing kind of more seriously, and started, of course, evolving my kind of musical taste. That brought me eventually into what's extreme metal, and it was very funny because I had a very strange approach to extreme metal, because I started to listen to extreme metal by listening to very raw black metal, because I was listening to a lot
what
of
was the first in your memory? What was the first bit of music that you heard that you could class as extreme metal that you were like, hang on a minute, that needs to be part of my life? What
I ready to laugh a lot.
Well, I mean, that's why we're here. We're here to entertain and have fun.
I actually, when I was like 13 or 14, I considered Motley Crue as that's very, very strange, but I did.
Yeah, I mean, there's things extreme about them, but the metal probably isn't one of them.
No, of course not.
But yeah, I mean, that's a decent enough gateway. So you had Motley Crue and you were like, this style kills. I love this.
It was like actually both Motley Crue and because I kept seeing them on back then when there was MTV, and I was seeing like Motley Crue, and also after Motley Crue, I remember that Mob Scene by Marilyn Manson.
Oh yeah, Mob Scene, yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck is that shit? I mean, it's like, I mean, completely a different kind of thing that I was listening, because I was listening again to classic rock, to like all the 70s stuff, all the 80s stuff, progressive stuff, and this music came into me, and I was like, oh, like I was overwhelmed with that power, with that aggression, and that led me into the more kind of recent back then genres of music, of that music that were like new metal. So like
so the initial question was, why did you start being a musician? So like based on all the stuff you just compacted and all your tastes and stuff, what compelled you from those bands to pick up the instrument?
I go back to where I started. So I say Queen, and by seeing John Deacon.
Yeah, so John Deacon was the guy.
Is the reason.
So moving on. So moving on, what's the most inspiring piece of gear that you've ever owned, and why did it inspire you? Like, it can be anything. It can be a plectrum, or it can be an overdrive pedal or amp, or what piece of gear did you get home, plug in, and just think, my God, this is what I love. I love this.
My first Spectre, probably. And
is that your current bass guitar?
No.
It
was my.
Go on. What was it?
It was my first, because my current one, my Euro 5, was my second one, and the first one was a 4-string, same model but just 4-string instead of 5-string.
Okay.
And because I had two great basses back then, a Fender and a Music Man, I think that the Spectre Euro 4, pretty much condensed the two sounds into one. And also back then I was again in the extreme metal research, I was a very great fan of Rex Brown and Pantera.
Oh yeah, me too. That bass tone.
I actually
unbelievable.
I actually heard his sound in in that bass, and that was the thing that revolutionized over time my tone, my approach to the instrument, my voice, bass. So I mean, I've got to say that.
So the Spectre 5 or 4, you say the Spectre 4 was the most inspiring instrument that you got, or the 5?
Yes.
The 4.
Yes.
Cool.
The four that led me into the 5. So
yeah. So I mean, we could say that this is the same instrument. I mean, you've stuck with that 5-string since you got it, right? You haven't picked up anything else. I mean, that's a sign of a good instrument. I mean, how many years would you say that you've used that? It's got.
I have used that from 2012. So this year is the 8th year. And the thing that I like about the thing is that I have literally did any gig with any band that I play since I've got it. And the thing that I like is that that instrument can tell a lot of stories and literally.
Yeah. I mean, the same with me. That's what I love about my guitars, is that they've traveled.
My voice, because I was starting to use overdrive pedals along the way. I actually was literally one with my bass and with all the tonal experimenting that I am still carrying on, but I am basically I don't know. It's like me and the bass in a kind of
keep the microphone near your face.
That is like I don't know. It's a very strange feeling to explain, but it's like it's but the main part was the 4, because the 4 and the 5 string had pretty much the same sound, the same vibe.
All right, great.
And
so you actually spoiled this question earlier, which doesn't really matter because you can delve into it. But what's your favorite gig that you've ever had, and why? What was the one reason why it was your favorite?
Yeah, probably as said, the Bloodstock gig that we did.
Yeah.
But actually, I've got a couple of more gigs that were special with other bands.
Yeah. Please divulge for each of your acts.
For example, I loved a very small gig that we did with Dark Hand with my black metal band.
Mm-hmm.
We did a mini gig that was a replacement of a festival that was called Blast Fest in Norway.
Yep.
And we did this small gig in this small club in Bergen with Enslaved and Eternus. And it was like a very kind of I don't know. It was like all my dreams of my youth that when I was like 15 years old, 16 years old, that was listening to Mayhem, Gorgoroth, Darkthrone, playing in Norway with the chorus paint on and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, this is the realization of a dream. So that was a very special one.
That's awesome.
And
you got another particular moment in time, not necessarily a gig, but just a moment involving in music that you can really put your finger on that really felt special to you.
I mean, the day that probably also speaking about our career in Bloodshot, the moment when I got the on the mail of the Facebook page the thing, would you like to play at the altar stage at Hellfest? I was like,
oh yeah,
okay.
That was quite.
That was intense. That was very intense. I was like, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, being asked to play a prestigious festival like Hellfest,
because we asked you. So just to clarify, we asked to play at the festival. So it was like one of the most unbelievable moments.
Yeah, no, we hadn't contacted them actually.
No. Actually, it was,
yeah. We didn't. I know this sounds ridiculous, but we didn't apply. Because it's a big festival, it's the kind of
probably the biggest festival in Europe. I mean,
alongside Wacken. Yeah, I mean, so that's how it happened, guys. Hellfest sent us a message through Facebook Messenger on the Facebook page. So always check your messenger on Facebook pages, because
I am.
You don't want to miss out on some opportunity like that, you know. And
No.
it was a shock. It was a shock to us, obviously, because we'd had a break, and we'd just released Reanimation, maybe 6 months before, or was it the year prior? I can't remember.
No, it was like a couple of months ago, because we got the chance to play. We got the offer to play Hellfest, like it was October or December, and we released Reanimation in January. So I mean, it was like a couple of months before.
Yeah, it was. I mean, what an incredible opportunity, and I'll definitely delve more into that whole experience at some point, because it's too much to just delve into quickly, because, you know, I met some of my heroes. You know, I met people like Jonathan Davis from Korn and stuff, people that I'd looked up to when I was 12 years old, and it was surreal. Anyway, let's carry on with the interview. This isn't about me or Bloodshot, for that matter. This is about you, Giacomo, you beautiful human being. That mustache, by the way, are you using product on it, or?
No, absolutely.
That's just natural Giacomo. That's
natural Italian brutality expressed.
Guys, let's if you're still in the Twitch chat there, let's give Giacomo Tash rating out of 10. Let's see those ratings, boys. Hollywood 6, favorite metal vocalist and or guitarist. Quick answer is Per Nilsson from Scar Symmetry. Love that guy. But I'll delve more into my influences and stuff on a later date. There's going to be many more streams, so no worries. So we got a 500 out of 10, Giacomo, and a 69 out of 10 from John from Pissed, which is his name on Twitch as well. And that's a pure 10 out of 10. I don't know exactly what warrants. Oh, yeah, that's a hosting. So thank you, King. Thank you for hosting, and thank you, Ric Flair, for being the GOAT. With a tear in my eye, I'm going to say that every time someone subscribes. That's going to be my thing. And if you don't understand the reference, then don't worry about it, because wrestling is not for everyone. Anyway, but Ric Flair is, just to clarify, Ric Flair is for everyone. Woo! Alright, so Jack, any advice? Can you give any advice for people, budding bass players, that, you know, want to get into touring bands, and you know
please don't
no, come on, Jack. No, like, what? Because for me as a bass player, you bring a lot to the band on the stage. You bring a lot to the sound and stuff like that. You have a great look and stuff like that. So in your opinion, what do you feel like to be, because you're doing well with us?
Thank you.
What do you feel is a good bits of advice to give bassists that want to join metal bands and want to tour and see the world and, you know, play hard? Like, what advice, you know, what helps you get into the position you're in now? What fundamental things that you use in your journey?
I mean, the thing that is very strange is that I just go with the flow. I mean, it's just, I think that I am like, I mean, every time, for example, I go on stage, one kind of ritual that I always do is, for example, to as I am right now, but it's not that case. I take away my wristwatch, because the stage is a place, it is a kind of parallel dimension where you kind of express a kind of different way, different side of yourself.
So in a nutshell, what you're trying to say is that when you go onto stage, you try and leave your human persona, human character behind, and embrace a new sort of a level of Giacomo, so to speak.
Yeah, that's the point. I mean, it's
right.
like
So you think people should be working on their personas?
Yeah, on not necessarily as a persona, but actually in like releasing a part of yourself that is maybe hidden, or maybe like it's all about yourself. It's all about what you bring to the table. So not only musically, but also in a kind of
emotional sense.
Emotional sense, yes. What you do on stage, what you look on stage, how you approach your your stage moves, your stage everything. I mean, your tone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's I think that's also that your sound, your tone comes from that, because I have got a pretty wild attitude on stage, and my sound that is very aggressive kind of reflects that thing. So my use of overdrive, very hard hitting the strings. In fact, I break something. I break the strings on stage.
Yeah, I can confirm that that's happened a fairly large amount of time. And unfortunately, like our soundscape heavily relies on the bass. You know, we kind of. This is something that we'll delve into this way more on a later date. But you know, we essentially work our guitar sounds and bass sounds so that they have a sense of unity and they help each other sound. You know, we complement each other rather than, you know, just slamming that gain and slamming everything to 11. You know, we've always tried it since you've joined the band, especially. We try to be very scientific about the sound.
Yeah, it's like a kind of a really great balance of the frequencies, because Morgan's rhythm sound is kind of very kind of mid-high focused, and your sound is like more kind of low mid focused, and my sound basically
fills the voids.
Literally, I analyze lots of time when I'm recording here at home, and my sound is basically working its way around from like 100 hertz to like 1K. That is a very high mid-range for bass, but it's pretty much where I carve my image as far as tone on between you guys. So I mean, also the use of distortion is crucial because you're pushing harmonics. So I mean, it's like it's like
so just to so we don't go too far into
Sorry for the red.
No, it's all right. I mean, we're gonna delve deep into all the scientific stuff on the Wednesday shows. You know, the approach and stuff of the band. So if that's something that really interests you, then feel free to come down and check me out on Wednesday.
So sorry for the lengthy responses.
No. So in a nutshell, what Giacomo has said basically is that you have to put everything into it. You know, when you're on the stage, you have to embrace the opportunity and go on.
First of all, sorry for interrupting, but
you're fine.
You have to be 100%, of course, comfortable with it. So if you have like stage fright or stuff like that, I am very lucky, because I consider myself very lucky, because since the very first exhibitions that I did, I never had any type of stage fright.
Yeah, that's something you either have or you don't. I feel like everyone has it, but people can channel it in different ways. Like a lot of, I'd say most musicians like us that perform a lot will probably channel that as excitement as opposed to nerves. You know.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, I mean, let's get on to the next question, Jack, because otherwise we'll be here forever. But in a nutshell, put everything into it and a lot of attention onto your stage sound and everything about being a bass player, and then that way, you know, the rest of your band will love you. But
Yes.
Because, well, I can't say that James and Morgan do, but I have a little bit of brotherly love for this fella down here. I think I'm pointing at you. Yeah, I am. Alrighty. Anyway, enough of that soppy stuff. Right, let's have a fun question here.
Yes.
If you could drink with any musician, dead or alive, who would it be, and what would be the one thing that you would ask them? Anyone, dead or alive.
Anyone that dead or alive.
And the one question you'd ask them, and they would answer with, you know, they would answer completely truthfully. They could, you know, you could ask them anything.
Probably I'd ask this is a very tough question, but
That's fine. You take a minute.
maybe it's maybe, I mean, probably it's a random one, but maybe one of my favorite bass players, of course, is Giacomo.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a random one at all. He's I'd say he's an icon in the worlds that know who he is. He is a very celebrated musician. So go on, Jack.
He's pretty much, I mean, the Jimi Hendrix of bass players, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I would ask him how. I mean, it's like a very simple question, but it's kind of generates lots of threads.
Try and give a simple answer so that
what influenced him and what made him playing music and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so,
just to get some
his background, yes.
Just to get some insight into like what I've just done for you, essentially.
Yeah.
All right, well,
yes.
I mean, it's interesting. So, right, last big question. What is the best band that you can think of that nobody's heard of, or not many people have heard of? Like the best underground band, in your opinion, that aren't well known enough.
Best underground band that aren't known enough.
From your personal perspective, it doesn't you know, like, it doesn't have to be like the best musicians or the best, you know, just what band do you listen to that you think, wow, this band should be famous, but they're really not?
Probably I'd like to say, because I mean, you saw the name, because I keep wearing sweatshirt of theirs, and I love my friends in the Modern Age Slavery, for example.
Yeah, there you go.
They are a very great band, very great friends, and
John's just plugging his own bands in the Twitch right now. He's saying Pissed and Red Eyed Revival.
Pissed and Red Eyed Revival.
John, I love all your bands, and I love you. But carry on, Jack. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah. I'd say the
Modern Age Slavery. Yeah, a great band. They're definitely on the cusp of getting more out there. It's just, you know, they're a hard-working band as well, and they have been for a very long time. So if you haven't heard Modern Age Slavery, guys, check them out. What in a nutshell, what genre would you say they are, Jack?
They are kind of I mean, a kind of strange bridge between technical death metal, deathcore, and recently they incorporated some black metal elements to the sound, pretty much like Carnifex did, and but in their own
unique sort of blend.
So I mean, you can tell that it's the Modern Age Slavery playing, and no other bands that is playing. So I mean,
all right,
big up for them.
Big up the Modern Age Slavery. All right, thank you very much, Jack. So just to finish off, I've got some quick fire questions for you to answer. Just five little A or B's. So the first one: Metallica or Iron Maiden?
Maiden. I know that you are disappointed.
No, it's not about me. And
I'd say Maiden.
okay, number 2, McDonald's or Burger King?
Burger King.
Oh my god!
You know that.
Oh my god! I think you're going to disappoint me on every question here. Number 3, Marshalls or Messers?
Messers.
Ah, all right. You've redeemed yourself. Number 4, dogs or cats?
I'd say cats.
Cats, yeah. I love both. It is a hard one. And the last one, nothing but the band name. The best band ever. Period. You got 5 seconds. 5.
Led Zeppelin.
Nah, you didn't even need 5 seconds. All right, thank you, Giacomo. Thank you for the interview, bro. It's been really good. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. Has anyone got any questions for Giacomo right now? Giacomo can read the chat there, and I'll be reading the Twitch chat. If anyone's got a quick question for Giacomo, then I can fire it at him.
I am checking out on Facebook, and no question at all. I mean, it's okay, no problem.
Oh, Jack.
No one.
No love for Giacomo.
No love for bass players in general. So I mean.
Oh, come on! Someone fire out a question, even if it's a token question for Giacomo. I hope everyone. There's an "I love you, Jack." That isn't a question, but we'll take that.
Oh, I will be. I mean, there will be some announcements, but I take advantage of the thing to say that. I will be doing another live stream from the page, another with a very brutal set list that will be revealed in some posts. And it will be live on Wednesday just before Josh's stream. So full Bloodshot Dome coverage through the day. So I mean,
there you go. If you want to check out some bass lines and stuff from our set, Giacomo will be playing an intense set. Giacomo, what's your favourite pasta? That's a question's come through on Twitch.
What's your favourite pasta? The one I prepared myself tonight is gnocchi with wild boar sauce.
There you go. Wild boar sauce.
Wild boar sauce.
That is something else. All right, guys. I'm actually going to put up some links for Giacomo's projects now, other than Bloodshot Dawn. So if you wanna check him out, there's Rise of the Scolopendra and Dark End. Check him out on Facebook. I really messed up on the first one and just said face.com. That's what you get for Russian, huh? But yeah, if anyone's got any questions for me as well, like I'm just gonna do a bit of Q&A now. Open questions. You can ask me anything, really. You can ask Jack anything as well, and we'll try and get through some questions. If there isn't, I've been asked. I mean, is there any questions from previously, Jack, that we might have missed? Don't worry if there isn't. It might be a bit bare.
There was Samuel Turbit that was like, Giacomo, how long is your cock?
Well, let's try not to be explicit on my first stream. I don't want to get banned from all the platforms before I've even started. But let's just say that's a short story that we don't have time for.
It's a very short story. Very short story indeed.
Yes, sir. Anyone got any questions? You might have asked them earlier, but I missed them. If you wanna fire them at me, now is a good time. No worries if not. I can.
Yes, Shane just asked me toughest Bloodshot song on bass. I have to say Unified. Unified is the toughest song that we've ever played on tour because besides being like 280 BPMs, it's like very, very intense riffing, and also there is that part that section that goes with the drums where ended that kind of scale. is very very hard, very very tough, and yeah, I had to say that one. And Tom Lantrone say that yeah man, any chance you're gonna try fretless bass? I mean, fretless, yeah, it's like a very great instrument, but I've got to say that it's not my thing completely. And because I mean, I like to, again, as we were talking before, I like to express myself better on the fretted with that kind of sound. So it's like more my thing. So that answers that questions pretty much.
All right. Well, that about wraps it up, Jack.
Yeah.
Thank you again. I'm gonna quickly put on. Well, say thanks and say goodbye.
Yeah. Bye. Bye, guys, and see you.
Say bye to Jack,
Wednesday.
everyone. Yeah, see him on Wednesday.
Just on Wednesday, both on the page for my stream, and then go on Josh's profile and Twitch and stuff like that to hook up with Josh's stream. So
Morgan will also be on that stream, so it'll be a full evening of Bloodshot antics. So yeah, I'm gonna. So thanks again. Have you any last words before you leave, Jack?
I love you.
Oh, thank you, mate. Thank you.
Say hi to Simba, by the way.
Say hi to Simba. I will do my best. Alrighty. So I am gonna play a bass playthrough for Jack from his Dark End project. So everyone enjoy this. Hopefully Giacomo isn't on the screen this time. figures are that consistent live as well. Like, little melodic solo. Gives me real Dimmu vibes, this band, and Dimmu Borgir is a band very special to me. Special to... Oh, that sax solo. Definitely a fire hazard with that long hair and those candles. Alrighty. Thank you very much, Giacomo, for coming on. That was a Prince... Ugh, I can't say that. A Prepice... Oh, and there it is again. A precipice towards abyssal caves. Jack, thank you very much for coming on the show. That was a cool video. I will be giving Simba a hug. Yeah, I'm gonna put that back up on screen. I'm not embarrassed by it. If you want to check out Jack's projects, you can go to face.com/Rise of the Scolopendra. It's actually facebook.com, obviously. I added these little advert bits in a little bit of a rush, just because I thought it's a nice little touch to help you guys connect if you enjoy the music. Anyone got anything to say on Twitch about the song Sax for Days? Yeah, the sax was a nice touch. I haven't heard that song before, to be quite honest. So I think I might have watched the bass playthrough actually before. I remember the candles, but yeah, they definitely have Dimmu Borgir vibes. Like I was saying, Dimmu's a special band to me. That I'll definitely be talking about them during my podcast. So I mean, it's not a podcast; it's a stream. But yeah, I'm going for a sort of like a radio show kind of vibe. I hope you guys are enjoying everything I'm doing. I've got a little bit more for you today, but not so much. My plan is I'm going to be streaming gaming as well. I know that's like not everyone's interests, but I'm going to just be bantering and talking with you guys, and hopefully you can give me some tips on the games I'm playing, and I'd be up for playing. I'd be up for playing with you guys. If you, I've got PC and Xbox, so if you can suggest any games and stuff that I could play with you, it could be fun. I want to try and do some silly stuff, like play Uno with a bunch of guys from bands, and just try and get some banter going with that sort of stuff. Yeah, going back to Giacomo, like, thanks again for coming, helping me do this and experimenting with stuff. RuneScape. Yeah, everyone wants to watch me play RuneScape, right? I've never played RuneScape, I'll be honest, but maybe I could get involved with that. The game I'm actually going to start is The Witcher 3. I've completed it before, but I've been told that New Game Plus has some fun stuff. So yeah, I'll start that game. It's got quite a cool story, so if you enjoyed the Witcher series, you know, it's definitely something that you can enjoy, and I'll be watching the cutscenes and, you know, talking about them, talking about the characters, and because I'm quite a fan of The Witcher, and I'm sure most people are. Yeah, going back to Giacomo, what a guy, you know. When he joined the band, I wouldn't say I was brutal with him, but I kind of just, you know, I was like, I sent him a message and said, you know, do you want to join? We've got an album. You know, do you want to try out for us, record a song? And he asked how long it was, and I was like, well, you know, the quicker the better. So, but the next day he'd worked out a song, Seared Earth, the opening track of the album, pretty much perfectly. I mean, it was, you know, what is perfection at the end of the day? But he returned it in one day, and for me that just showed you know, that showed a keenness and a willingness to put himself out for the opportunity, and the fact that it was a really great take. He had a good tone. He was a finger player, which is something that I really love. I love the dynamics of finger players. Don't get me wrong, I love pick bassists as well. I love the sound of pick bassing. Nothing against it at all. But if you can get someone who's really consistent with their hands, you know, it can sound really, really heavy. And that's probably Giacomo's strongest point, is his tone, his attention to detail with tone. He really works hard to deliver, and on stage. He's always filling the void when I can't headbang because my back's hurting, or I'm singing, or I've got to do a solo or something like that. You know, I can always rely on him on my left to be going crazy. It's just a pleasure to be around, and just want to say thanks again, Jack. Love you, mate, and I'm sure I'll have you on the show again at some point. He will be. Yeah, I mean, obviously it depends on the player with the smoothness of sound. But if they're at a great level, you know, it's a little less abrasive. Is probably the word. But at the same time, you know, you can utilize the pick sound to be, you know, a really heavy sound. I mean, it's about when in a recording situation, especially, it's about, you know, complementing the sounds of the guitar and the bass, and so it's all about what you want to work with, really. But yeah, I agree with you. You can get very smooth sound out of the hands. So yeah, I mean, I've got some more stuff on the agenda, I think, here, but I'm pretty much ready to wrap up, really. If anyone's got any questions for me and I don't get around to answering them here, I will try and well, I had that noise the whole time, and it was just because I was still in a call with Giacomo, so I had his room sound on, so that was annoying, but I didn't even know it was there, to be honest, until it disappeared. But I'm just going to check on the Facebook now, see if there's anything going on. If you got any questions for me now, I can definitely answer them. Well, actually, it's not easy for me to look at the text right now, so I'm just gonna pretty much just going to wrap up. I'll play another song for you before I go. Please give me some feedback, guys. Like I said, I'm looking to get great guests on. Fridays will be my guest days, and if the guests are into gaming, then I'll try and link the two up and have them game with me. There you go. Thank you. Yeah, so my favourite guitar player is Per Nilsson, who is currently depping for Meshuggah and is the mind behind Scar Symmetry. Just love him. Inspiration. Love the songs he writes. I just love his style. Yeah. And I'll definitely delve into my influences and stuff a bit more later on. Because I've got a lot of time. I've got a lot of time to fill. Yeah, Scar Symmetry, the one. I don't know if you know this, but Ben, the previous guitarist, actually joined Scar Symmetry as the second guitarist. So, it's even more special in that respect, because I remember when we discovered the band together, so for him to go and be playing alongside one of our heroes, it's quite amazing. But yes, thanks a lot, guys. I will pop back after I've played a song. But I'm gonna just jam out Survival Evolved for you from Reanimation. I will, if there's any. It's a pleasure, man. I'm hoping people get some entertainment out of it. I'm enjoying myself, so it's definitely something that isn't a chore, and I'm going to enjoy doing some more. If you guys have suggestions on bands that I should check out for the review segment that I did earlier, I'm always looking for new acts. I do have a band for my show on Wednesday that I'm going to be reviewing a video of, and they're another death metal band. But I'm willing to take anything in the sort of rock and metal side. I'm not like strictly death metal. I do have a wide range of musical taste myself, but I do love metal. So there'll be honest reviews as well. Like I'm an analytical guy. I'm a musician, so I look at things in the way I like them. So if you enjoy hearing people's opinions on stuff, then I'll be here for that. So I'm going to bid you farewell, and the next stream is on Wednesday at 8 p.m, like I said before, and that will be about Bloodshot, about overdrive pedals. I'm going to show you some of my 4-tin pedals, and some nice overdrive pedals from Ibanez and Highwind, and I'll just talk about them. Woo! With a tear in my eye. Thank you, Amy the Great, for the follow. Yeah, I'm gonna go into a little bit of detail about the pedals. I'll probably do more in-depth reviews on them if that's of interest to people, because I've spent a lot of time trying to get the great guitar tones that I have. Just scratching my own back there a bit, but I have not. And I also don't have a PS4, so my heart's literally like absolutely broken. The thing is, they're releasing it on Xbox, but PlayStation have a year, so I'm kind of trying to you've kind of you triggered me a bit. Yeah, I know who Aerith are. Yeah, it's Ken from Aborted's band, right? No, I'll definitely check it out. Maybe that can be something that I can put on the show, because I did really enjoy their EP, and Ken's a very, very, very talented musician. So yeah, that's definitely something I'm gonna think about. All right, I'm rambling a bit now. I've been on for almost 2 hours, so I'm surprised I've lasted this long. To be honest, I wasn't sure how long the show would go. Thanks for everyone who's stuck around, and anyone who's tuned in after the fact. And like I said, I hope you've all enjoyed yourselves. I'll be back to talk for a little bit after this, but I'm going to play a song for you quickly, and then yeah, this song is Survival Evolved. Yeah. Alright guys, that was Survival Evolved. I'm just happy in general, John. I'm not happy that I had to switch it using my hands, so I'm hoping to get some sort of some sort of foot controller or something that maybe get some more cams in. Any feedback, guys? If you think I can add stuff, even if you think the stream looks fine and doesn't need improving, just throw some ideas at me. I'm always open to it. If you guys want, I can also teach songs. I know I don't necessarily play all the leads that people love in Bloodshot because obviously there's two of us playing the leads. Morgan's extremely talented and he'll definitely be coming on. I'm honestly hoping to get him on regularly to do segments and stuff because he is one of the best guitar players that I've ever met. And I'm not just saying that because he's in the band with me. So I'm hoping that he can, do like quick little segments during the shows to teach you guys maybe Bloodshot stuff or just stuff that will help you. Yeah. I mean, I can probably automate it or something like that, but I like the random nature of it, to be honest, and there are options out there for me to do. I mean, I hope it didn't look too bad. Like, it wasn't like that stressful for me to change stuff. So, I mean, I'm happy to struggle for now. But, cool, man. Appreciate it. So, yeah, thanks again, guys. Sorry that I can't see the Facebook chats. I will get back to messages that have been left, and I will try and figure out how I can get an interface for chatting on that. Unfortunately, my provider for streaming does not integrate Facebook and YouTube just yet, but I will figure these things out. Thanks everyone who's stuck around for the whole stream. If you want to support me, you can. There is a donate link just above, streamlabs.com/Josh McMorran. Any money I get, I'm pretty much just going to put back into the stream, trying to improve it, try and get it so I can do actual like mini gigs. Like, I don't know if you saw Devin Townsend has been doing some cool gigs by himself, and I'd love to be at that level where I can just stand here and scream my head off and it will sound really great for you. Hey man, I'm glad you enjoyed it, and I remember you requesting the song, if I'm not mistaken, and you were really happy when I said we are going to play it. So thanks for checking out the stream, bud, and hope to see you here again soon. If you want to support the band as well instead of just me, you can go to our big cartel. I am shipping stuff. Worldwide postage is taking a lot longer than normal because of current world affairs. So if you can please bear with us. Stuff's arriving 2 months after posting it, for example. So stuff I posted that was taking ages anyway, then added another month onto it. So it's a frustrating time, but I do the customer service myself, and I send everything out myself. So I'm always, if anyone wants me to sign anything or ruin anything for you, I'm also happy to do that always. And if I can get the band to do it, then I will. But obviously with the fact that we're an international band in 4 different countries, it's not always easy to get that sort of thing done. So yeah, thanks. If anyone wants to go check out, I'm just going to put the links up of the bands now that played earlier. This is the Woe Betides link. Again, go check them out. Really lovely guys. Like I said, I did a little guest spot on one of their songs, and it was killer fun to work with them. So definitely go check them out. And if you want to check out Giacomo's projects, you can go to face.com/Rise of the Scolopendra, or you can go check out his black metal act Dark End on facebook.com/darkendofficial. All right, well, that about wraps this up. I'm probably gonna I'll take a few questions before I leave. I'll check out the YouTube chat. It's really frustrating that I can't get them all. I'll figure that out though. Maybe there's something I can do where I incorporate all the chats into one, rather than just the 2. But thanks everyone for tuning in on every platform, and whether you're on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch is, I will say that Twitch is pretty much going to be my main platform because this is the sort of premier streaming site. So if I'd recommend signing up and having a look as well. I mean, like, streaming is a very new platform, and it took me a while to really discover what was interesting about it, but you'll be surprised at what you can find there, and how much sort of time you can spend just exploring games and stuff that you might not have done before. And also there's a lot of music. Music streaming is becoming a more commonplace, especially with the current affairs. So check it out. Try and help people out if you enjoy their content, because this is definitely a big part of how bands and people will connect, you know, as well as gamers, and hopefully other performers can find ways to utilize the platforms like I am now. I'm saying a lot of ums. It's because I'm starting to hate the sound of my own voice, to be quite honest, but it's okay. I'll get rid of those thoughts. Yeah, I'm using Streamlabs. I'm using Streamlabs, to be honest, but they do not incorporate Facebook. Thank you, John. Thank you very much. I've always been told that I have a voice for broadcasting, so why not use it, huh? Okay, and yeah, so that about wraps it up, guys. I will probably have a break for an hour and then come back on the stream to do some gaming. Like I said, if that's not of interest to you, then you don't have to tune in, but you might discover something that could be fun for you to do. Yeah, I'm gonna be playing The Witcher on the Xbox, but I also have PC games to an extent. Like, my computer's kind of a workstation, so until I upgrade, I can't really do the premium games without it going really potato on the stream. Because like I've said before, I'm trying to ensure that the quality of the stream is top for everyone. I've managed to get the delay down to like around 3 seconds from when I speak to when it appears on your screen. So if anyone has any tips on how I play FPS games, yeah, I mean, I'll play anything, honestly. Give me suggestions on games to play, games that you might enjoy me playing, because I mean, I've got like Apex Legends. That's something that I was playing most recently. I've been working really hard on music, so I haven't been gaming as much as I'd like, but anyone who knows me in real life, I get really addicted to games, so it's dangerous. Alright, Dirty Bomb and Warzone, 2 games. Are they PC games or Xbox? Steam. Alright. Okay, cool. Well, thanks, guys. I'll definitely check those 2 games out. And, yeah, so if anyone's got a quick question on... woo! With a tear in my eye. I love to see that. Like I say, go sign up to Twitch. It's the coolest one for this stuff. The easiest to interact, and that's really where I'm going to be pushing this whole thing. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely down to play. Yeah, Sight of Emptiness. Hi, hello, Costa Rica. That's mad that people will be tuning in all that way away. Yeah, Sight of Emptiness. God, love those guys. I mean, as advocates for Costa Rican people, you couldn't ask for better people. They filled me with happiness the whole time. I'd met them actually quite a few years before touring with them in Japan, and that's what kind of incited me into, you know, giving them a few tips here and there on how to get out there. And the fact that the stars aligned and we ended up playing together, you know, that it was brilliant. So yeah, check out Sight of Emptiness if you haven't. They're kind of melodic death metal, kind of similar vibe to Bloodshot Dawn. They, on one of their albums, they actually had a lot of guest vocals from Christian, the original Scar Symmetry vocalist, who is a very, very great vocalist and very iconic metal voice for melodic death metal, in my opinion. So yeah, so thanks again, guys. Hopefully we can get some games going, and I hope you've all enjoyed yourselves. I'll be back on stream in maybe in half an hour to an hour, just to chat and just to play Witcher. So come drop in if you've got nothing to do and just want to talk to me about life or anything. You know, I'm happy to talk about anything, and if people want to even DM me and have stuff they want to talk about, I'm happy to give insight into my career and what I do and my approach to music, and just socialize and try and keep social in these times, because you know we're all in the same boat together, and we're all going to get out of it together. So we just need to just try and keep a level head and stay happy, and I'm here to try and help that. Cool. All right, guys.